Hey loves, so today we're gonna get unready together and I'm gonna walk you through my nighttime skincare routine. I did my morning skincare, definitely go check it out. But this is what I do every single night, even when I'm not wearing any makeup. I switch out a couple things on it daily, so it's gonna be kind of like my weekly nighttime routine, but we're gonna talk all about it in detail. So grab a snack, get cozy, or grab all of your skincare and let's get unready together. First things first, we gotta remove the makeup. So I have a few favorite makeup removers, but one of the ones that I love that I just repurchased is the Oat Cleansing Balm from the Inky List. I love the packaging to this. It is so convenient. You just squeeze it right out. And I think cleansing balms are great because they do such a nice job at melting and removing all of your makeup, including waterproof makeup, especially with heavier eye makeup too. I really like cleansing balms. So I'm gonna squeeze quite a bit of this out. And actually, I also wanted to show you guys, I love these cloths from the brand Erase Your Face. They're pretty much like the makeup eraser dupes. You can get them at Walmart. They're huge. So they're perfect to remove any excess makeup with makeup remover. This is the brand, by the way. Erase Your Face. They come in like a 4-pack. They're super affordable. And I mean, like I said, they're huge. This is covering your entire face and your neck. I also have the original makeup eraser. I have bigger ones of these. I have smaller little cloths. And I will say, I do think the Erase Your Face one is a really good dupe for the makeup eraser. The texture feels the same. It's just a very soft cloth, so it feels very gentle whenever you are removing any excess makeup, eye makeup, and you're using makeup remover or even just warm water. Because sometimes when I get out of the shower, if I have any other like leftover little eye makeup, I'll just take one of these or a little bit of water on the corner of this cloth and I'll just like remove any excess eye makeup, and it feels so much more gentle versus using makeup wipes. We got to remove the lip product. That's what I always do. There you go, and that usually comes right off with no makeup remover. That's the first step. So you wanna give this a good shake, by the way, the cleansing balm. And then it comes right out just like that. I do a pretty good amount. And then you just massage it in between your fingers and start melting everything away. I usually start with my eye makeup. And what I like to do is I kind of go downwards motions really gently to remove that mascara. Also my eyebrows. But I really like this Oat Cleansing Balm because you can open your eyes and it does not burn or sting or anything like that. Like, it's a really good makeup remover. So I go down and I kind of use my ring finger to like remove that mascara and that eye makeup. Since I haven't been wearing false lashes, it is so much easier to remove my eye makeup because I don't have clumps of glue stuck to my eyes. So that is the pro. So typically, like I said, you could use warm water and this is a lot easier. But you can remove some of your products just with the makeup remover and then these little cloths. But you see how I can have my eyes open and it does not irritate anything, and I have very sensitive eyes, so it's very telling of how gentle this makeup remover is. I'm gonna also kind of just apply this down my neck because I have makeup here. I'm gonna go rinse this away with water and then I'll be right back and we'll continue. BRB. Sometimes for me, if I am not showering after this, like just going to bed after my nighttime routine, I will also take my cloth with a little bit of warm water and kind of rub it around my hairline just because I get makeup and stuff in those areas, even like around my ears. So that's why I really like these cloths, because you can also get your neck with them, everything. They're just really good and they're gentle. Then I did double cleanse, and I used to think double cleanse literally just meant using your facial cleanser twice, but it's just using your favorite makeup remover, washing that away with water, and then cleansing with your favorite facial cleanser after. So that's the double cleansing method. I really like the Youth to the People Superfood Cleanser. I still use this to this day every single night. I also really like the Cult Classic Cleanser from Tula. Those are my two favorites, where I feel like my skin actually feels very clean. It removes any excess makeup. That's why I love the double cleansing, because sometimes with the first go around with the makeup remover, you might have a little bit of makeup left over. So with the facial cleanser, it really takes everything away, and I love this one. I can't say enough good things about it. I've been using it for the last 4 years and this is a forever repurchase. So even when I'm not wearing makeup, I will wash my face every single night with this in the shower. So now this is the base for my skincare, both in the morning and at night. I'm gonna start off with my rose water and glycerin hydrating facial mist. It's hydrating, it's refreshing. This does not give you dewy, radiant skin for hours on end. This is really just instant. That's why I like it as a base for other skincare products over top, because I don't just stop with this. But when I do spray this, I spray it all over my neck, everywhere, and I just go in with this, honestly, because it feels so good. So this is the Heritage Store Rose Water and Glycerin. I also love my Bulgarian Rose Water, and I will put that sometimes in this bottle when I run out of this. That one is pure rose water. The one from Heritage Store is technically rose flower oil with water. So it's not pure rose water, but I still like it and I use it as rose water and it's still very refreshing. But those are my two favorites. Then I don't really wait for that to fully absorb into the skin, but I just follow up with my Dalba First Spray Serum. This gives a little bit more of that glowy, dewy skin that lasts longer versus just the rose water. And this is, I guess, because it's more of a serum than just like a traditional spray, so it actually sticks to the skin really nicely. And I love this for skincare, but also in makeup. It makes your skin look so pretty. And I like to focus about 3 sprays on each section of my face, so left, middle, right. Next step, toner. I love my Tear Milk Skin Toner, and I'm currently using the light one, which I like, but I like the original one more. This one is very fast absorbing, more than the original, so I just find myself using a little bit extra with this because I really love the moisture that this provides. If I'm not using that, I've also really been enjoying the Glazing Milk from Rhode. I wasn't a huge fan of this when I first started using it, but the more that I was using it, the more that this really has grown on me, and I love it. I love this under makeup, right before makeup. I think it's a really good prep step, but even in skincare, I think it's really nice. I like it after this step because I feel like I need another little layer of moisture, and both of these products do it for me. So I'm gonna actually just use the Rhode Glazing Milk today. It's literally milk, like it looks like it. I just rub it in between my fingers and just apply it everywhere. I'll go under my eyes, all over. It feels so nice. Now, technically, this isn't a toner. The Tear is a toner. This is just a facial essence, but I use it pretty much as a toner, essentially, because this is when I would apply a toner. So I either use this or the one from Tear. They're both good. They both give the skin a really pretty glow as well. Sometimes I'll do 2 layers of the Glazing Milk because it feels so good, and I like the texture of it. It's very unique. It's runny, but I like the way that it feels. The Tear toner is also similar, where it's very runny. It's very liquidy, you know, and when you're applying it, it almost feels like you're putting on a serum or water or something, but then once it absorbs, it just gives you this really nice, hydrating, milky texture. The original Tear toner reminds me a lot like the finish of this Glazing Milk, Rhode Glazing Milk. After this, then I follow up with some eye cream. This is something that I do also switch out very frequently. I'm constantly testing out new eye creams, but the one that I'm currently using is the Tear Collagen Lifting Eye Cream. I love the packaging to this. It has like this metal applicator. It feels so cooling, but you just pump it on the side and then the product comes out. You get like the perfect amount too. You could apply it with a little applicator, but I just use my ring finger. It is very creamy, very hydrating. It almost feels like a gel cream formula, but I like it. I like what it does to my under eyes. I feel like the moisture also does last. I like to apply my skincare, by the way, in the evenings. Not too late. I don't like to do it and then go to bed right away because then everything just rubs all over my pillow. I like to let it have time to absorb into my skin for at least an hour before going to bed. But I noticed that when I do my skincare early in the evening, I can still feel the eye cream and feel the moisture that it gives to my eyes, even after having this on for a few hours. So it's good. If you have any favorite, very rich eye creams that you love in the evening, drop it down below in the comments. So what I just showed you, the sprays, the toner, the essence, the eye cream, this is the base for my nighttime routine all throughout the week. The only thing that I switch out are my serums, but the base, which is just what I showed you, that stays the same. So last night, my serum of the night was niacinamide, and I love this one from Paula's Choice. I just usually apply about 2 droppers of this, like full droppers, all over my skin. Let it absorb and then follow up with a moisturizer just to really seal everything in. But I used this last night and I love it. Niacinamide for me, it helps with texture, with any breakouts. I feel like it helps to just kind of tame them down a little bit. Or if my skin ever just looks dull and like it needs a pick-me-up, typically after I travel, I love to use niacinamide. So this is what I used last night. And another niacinamide that I like as well, it's more affordable, but it's less a percentage, but it's from Good Molecules. This one has 10% niacinamide, but it is really good as well. It is bigger. You can get this brand at Ulta, and I do really like this too. I think the one from Paula's Choice is a little bit more effective, but this is a nice alternative and a good skincare brand too that is affordable, but they have good stuff. So tonight I'm gonna apply retinol because that is what's next on my list. So this is how I do it. I'll do niacinamide one night, then I'll do retinol, then I'll usually do niacinamide again. So for instance, tomorrow I'll do that, and then I'll follow up with a liquid exfoliant, which I'll show you in a minute. But that's kind of my routine. Niacinamide, retinol, niacinamide, exfoliant, niacinamide, and then I just repeat it. So that's pretty much my nighttime routine throughout the week. So I'm going to use the Rock Retinol Correction Deep Wrinkle Night Cream. I really like this brand. By the way, I also like to use a neck cream in the evenings. I like just ran out of my Rock one. This is like the same brand that I use. So I'll just use whatever serum of the night, and I'll also drag that down to my neck, and then same with the moisturizer and everything. But I use a good amount of this, honestly. I know you shouldn't let the applicator touch your skin. Do as I say, not as I do. But I just rub this in. And like I said, I will also even drag this to my neck. I love this one. I have repurchased it. This is my second tube, and I like it. I'll show you another one that I use too. It says visibly reduces deep wrinkles while you sleep. Now, does it really? I don't know, but I want to believe that it does. So that's why I just use retinol throughout the week. And if you're using retinol, try a little bit at a time if you haven't used it a lot, because I use a lot because I have accustomed my skin to it. But I wouldn't use too much at once, especially if it's your first time. But I really like this retinol though, because I don't find it to be drying or too aggressive on my skin. And then this is another retinoid that I have been incorporating as well. It's the Paula's Choice Dual Retinoid Treatment. It says high potency, gentle release. I do also really like this one. I love Paula's Choice skincare. So if I'm not using the Rock one, then I will use this one. So that's kind of how I test out my new skincare. I'll just incorporate it into my routine depending on what my serum is for the night. I feel like the one from Rock is definitely much more gentle. I don't use as much of the one from Paula's Choice like I did with the one from Rock, but I have been liking that one as well. So those are my retinol nights. After this, I just follow up with a moisturizer and lip balm, and that is it. So literally the serum in my routine is the only thing that changes each day. And if I'm not doing that, then I love a good exfoliant. The 2% BHA liquid exfoliant from Paula's Choice is also still my favorite. I've been using this for a couple of years. I used to use this very frequently in my routine, but now I cut back on it because I don't feel like you need to use it all the time. So I like to use it typically once a week or as needed. If I feel like my skin is very textured and it looks clogged and like it needs a pick-me-up, then I will use it more. But I really like this, especially whenever I'm filming back-to-back and I'm wearing a lot of makeup and my skin just feels a little congested. This really does it for me. I'll wake up the next day and my skin feels so much more supple and soft, and it looks better and more plump, and just all around I think this is one of the best exfoliants that is gentle, but you can actually notice a difference. And I used to put this on a cotton pad and then apply it, but I feel like it's pricey and you're wasting product that way. So I just apply it directly in the palm of my hand, rub it in, and then press it into my skin. Let that absorb, and then follow up with a moisturizer. So I adore this. If you want, you can get like a mini bottle of it too to try it if you don't want to commit to the big bottle. I've tried dupes for this and I don't think they're as good. Like I actually do think this is worth the splurge if you're looking for a liquid exfoliant. Also, I love Paula's Choice because all of their stuff is fragrance free, so it doesn't feel irritating or too abrasive on the skin. And another product I love to exfoliate is the Good Genes all-in-one lactic acid treatment from Sunday Riley. I just went through another one of these. Look at this. This is the big bottle. This is pricey, but it actually does work. I actually think that this is even a little bit more intense than the one from Paula's Choice. So this is for really when my skin is bad. I typically like to use this a lot whenever it's that time of the month because that's when my skin starts to act up the most. And I love it. I usually just do about 1 pump, maybe 2. This is very potent in my opinion, so you don't need a lot of it. Just apply it. It goes on like a moisturizer, so it does feel hydrating. And I always recommend before moving into the next product of your routine, let each product absorb and just sit into your skin for at least a few seconds, maybe a minute if you can, just so that it has time, you know, to really do what it has to do. So it says it deeply exfoliates the surface of the skin for clarity, radiance, and younger looking skin, visibly brightens. And you know when I also really like this too? After breakouts, because I have a very bad habit of picking my skin. So I get these little dark spots here, and this is really good for that because I notice that it kind of helps to tame them a little bit and just helps to reduce. So this is amazing. So if your skin is going through it and you need to just refresh and rejuvenate it, I think this is a really great product. So then after all my serums, and I feel like I keep it pretty simple when it comes to my nighttime routine. I mean, the main thing is just like alternating my serums throughout the week, but I've been doing this so consistently that I'm like pretty good at keeping track of everything. But after all is said and done, whether it's a retinoid or niacinamide or an exfoliant treatment, I always moisturize after just to seal everything in. I'm currently using the barrier butter from Rhode, which is incredible. I have the big size as well. They actually sent this to me. I was so excited because I was gonna buy this because it looked so good, and it actually is. It's literally just a very thick cream. So personally, I only like this in the evening, and that's when it is recommended because it is thicker. But I really feel like this seals everything in, and when I wake up the next day, my skin feels rejuvenated. It feels so good and so soft and literally like butter. So if you like a very thick cream, I think you would love this. It doesn't feel greasy though, even though it is like buttery, you know? It doesn't feel heavy at all, but it's not something that I personally would want right before makeup because it is a little bit thicker, you know? But no fragrance to it. It truly just melts into the skin, and it really just locks all these serums and everything in so nicely. I've been really enjoying this. I also really like it on my neck and chest décolletage area. Doesn't that word or that name sound so fancy? Décolletage. Yeah, I'll just put this on all over. Oh, it's so like juicy skin. That's what this gives. I love it. So this is a good one. If you've been eyeing this, I think this is great. And of course, we cannot forget about the lips. I love good old Aquaphor, especially when my lips start to crack and get super dry. This is the only thing that really helps them. So Aquaphor is the best, but I also love a good lip balm or lip oil. And the Fenty Skin lip oil and passion fruit, the new one, this smells so good. I think this one is my favorite, but it's so hydrating. So if I don't look like this in the evening, it's not time for bed yet. And if I'm not using the barrier butter, which I have been really loving, pretty much been using that every night, but otherwise I'll just use my Honest Beauty Hydro Gel Cream. I just dropped it and I caught it, but this is still my favorite drugstore moisturizer. Something about it, I just always go back to it. It literally feels like, I always say, a drink of water for your face. It is a thicker cream, but you could still even use this under makeup because I have experimented with it under makeup and I love it actually. It gives my skin the perfect amount of moisture. Two things I wanted to mention. First is my lash and brow serum from The Ordinary. I apply this whenever I remember, and surprisingly, this is the only lash and brow serum that does not irritate my eyes, and it is the most affordable. So I really like it. You can get it at Ulta or Sephora. I'm actually like pretty much out of this. It does run out pretty quick, I will say, but I like it because I feel like it's very gentle. A lot of these lash and brow serums, they're like way too much and I wake up and it looks like I have pink eye. So The Ordinary for the win. And then this is the last product I wanted to mention. Mighty Patch Invisible Pimple Patches. If you have any type of breakouts anywhere, they could even be on your arms, on your chest, because I've had random breakouts, and I'll put one of these on and it brings all of that white stuff to the surface. And then when you remove the patch, it brings all that white stuff out and it makes the pimple go down a lot faster versus when you don't use them. So these are a lifesaver. I really like these. And they're just simple patches. I know they have like cute little ones, but honestly, in my opinion, they don't work. At least the ones that I've tried. I always go back to these because I think these are the best. A lot of these other ones, they're cute, but they're not really actually doing anything. Like I'll remove the patch and there's nothing on the pimple patch. So that's why these are my favorite. So that completes my nighttime skincare routine. Hopefully it was a little helpful. This is what I do all throughout the week. And for reference, by the way, I think I forgot to mention it, but I have combo skin. I do break out typically around my period or just stress, you know, the normal hormonal stuff. But I used to break out more, I feel like, when I was in my late teens, early 20s, because I didn't really know what I was doing with skincare. Now I definitely have more of a regimen that I stick to, and I'm very consistent with my routine. Like I never skip a day actually, because I feel like I can't go to bed unless I have my skincare routine done. So consistency is key, I think, and just finding products that work for you and your skin. It does take a lot of trial and error, but just start basic and then work your way. I don't think you need a ton of things to get a good skincare routine. I actually think that less is more, but just find what works for you. But hopefully this was a little helpful. If you guys have any other favorites, let me know. As much as I am not an expert with skincare, I actually love it though. I think I love it now more because I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more versus before. But any of my skincare experts though, you can chime in, leave some favorites and recommendations down below. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure to subscribe for new videos every week, and I'll see you in my next one.